Hello friends, I am well. How are you doing today? I do apologize for the air condition. When it comes on, it makes me so angry because you can hear it. But anyway, so today's video is going to be, I'm going to be sharing how to make a pineapple pound cake. It's a really easy recipe, and I just want to give you a little backdrop of our story of how I came about making the pineapple pineapple cake, pound cake. My daughter asked me, her birthday was on the 15th, and we're going to be celebrating her birthday this evening. And yesterday, the 23rd, she asked me, will I make her a cake? Which I was thinking about making her a cake, but she asked me. All of my children love Mom's pineapple cakes. All of my cakes. Let's just keep it real. They love all of my cakes. And I wasn't going to make a cake. I thought about it, but then I was like, But then she asked me, so that compelled me to make her a cake. Anyway, so I decided to do something a little different. So I went on YouTube, and I was looking for something different. My first thought was to make I'll tell you about that one later because I don't want anybody else to make it. So I'm not going to tell you the one I'm going to be making next until after I make the video. So I found the pineapple pound cake on YouTube. And it looked very interesting. This lady, her name is Donna. And her channel is Beautiful to Creations with Donna. So I watched her video and I was like, wow, looked like it's a lot of work into that cake. And then she got some cream bouquet and some pineapple oil, which is actually pineapple extract, but it's in an oil form, and you have to use just a little bit of it because a little bit can go a long way, and it's stronger than the actual extract. We have a store here called Make a Cake, and I ended up getting that oil from the store, and it's actually an extract. So what I'm getting at is I watched her video and watched it again, and because I was like, I guess I'll go out and get this stuff, the oil and the cream bouquet, and I didn't even know what cream bouquet is. Anyway, I got the two items. One costs $1.50, and that's a tiny little thing of oil. And I got the cream bouquet, which is 2 ounces. I didn't really need it. I don't know when I'm going to ever use it. So I brought you guys to this conclusion because I wanted to show you this right here. I'm going to turn it around. And I wanted you to see right there. You see old school pineapple pound cake. And then you see her pineapple cake. And then you see the other one. What compelled me to go with old school is I've noticed that the cakes look exactly identical, the same. I seriously thought, because she said she made this recipe up and she used the basic 3-3-3, which is 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar, and 3/6 of butter. And I thought, and plus those 2 ingredients that I never heard of, I was like, wow, this is going to be a great cake, but it seemed like it was a bit much. Then this morning when I clicked on my TV to look the video up, side by side, I could see that hers, old school, and the other one, the densities look exactly the same. And so I clicked on old school, watched this video, and loved it. He put everything at the bottom of his video description, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to give my props to Mr. Old School. And I do believe his video probably came out first. On each of them, it says 6 months ago, but you know how YouTube can do that. But I think his video came out first, and that she mimicked his and just added these 2 ingredients. Because I was going to use it and say this video is dedicated to her, but in actuality, this video is dedicated to Mr. Old School. And I appreciate him, even saying I don't have pineapple extract, I'm going to use orange, which makes sense too, because orange and pineapple, you can't tell the difference if you're making a pineapple cake and you use an orange extract. It still is very good and it tastes like pineapple. And I know that because I make cakes. So this video is dedicated to him. So let me stop rambling. I just want to tell you how I'm getting started, how it came about. So let's just jump right in. Oh, before we do, can you please like, comment, and subscribe? Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. So, what we're gonna need for this recipe, and again, shout out to Old School. That's the name of the channel, Old School, and everything he does is really old school. So we have 3 cups of sugar, 3 cups of cake flour with a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 5 room temperature eggs. Always use room temperature, guys. 3 sticks of butter and 1 cup of milk. Also, we're going to use 1 8-ounce can, the big can. Let me see what. 1 big can of pineapple. I have crushed pineapples here, drained, and I also pat it dry a little bit with the paper towel because I want it. I don't want my cake to be too wet because you know if you put too much liquid in the cake, it falls in the middle. If you didn't know that, now you know. And I have my definitely old school done pan, meaning I use butter Crisco, and I used flour to do my pan. I do it that way because Pam is out now. Doesn't work as well as it used to. And I also went out and purchased, as I said, this little tiny thing of oil. It cost me $1.50 at my local Make a Cake local store. And it is pineapple flavor, but it is an oil, is what she said. And I also bought the cream bouquet recommended by Miss Donna, which we do not need. I don't even know what it is or what it's for exactly, or why you need it. She did explain it, but I didn't really consider all that. So let's just get right into it. You guys know this KitchenAid makes a lot of noise. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the butter to my mixer. Wanna tell you that you do need to preheat your oven to 325. I'm gonna scrape all the butter off my paper. And because I'm using salted butter, you guys know I don't care to add like a teaspoon of salt like most recipes require or ask for. So I'm just gonna get the butter off like this. Look at all that butter. And I have some on my finger. I'm using that too. Why? Because my hands are clean, but I want to use all of the butter. Guys, you know how much butter costs these days? So costly. Like everything is went up. Inflation is a beast. Keep my towel. I apologize if I'm taking a long time, but hey, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. So now I'm going to add the sugar in too. Oh, you know what? I should have added the sugar in slowly. But let me just go ahead and cream these 2 together, and I'll be back momentarily. Now that we have the eggs nice, I'm sorry, not the eggs, the sugar and butter cream, I'm going to just add 1 egg in at a time and just continue from there, okay? A little bit of the vanilla oil to it. I was told to only use a tiny bit of this because it is very potent. So for now, I'm just going to use about this, just about that much of the dollop. Alternate the flour and the milk, and then I'm going to add the pineapples and then put it in the pan, and I'll come back. What I'm going to do once I add the flour and the milk, I'm going to taste it and make sure that it is enough of the flavoring in there, because this is a lot. And so I only use you already saw how much I use. I just don't want to use too much, but I will taste it and see if it's right. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the flour and the milk has been added, I'm just gonna do this just a little bit more. I'm just gonna give it a taste just to see that it tastes like pineapple. I taste a very, very slight hint, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. That shouldn't be too much. I don't want it to be overpowered, but I definitely want flavor. So that, can't tell you how much that is. Maybe 1/4, maybe. Oh, you know what, guys? I want to fold the pineapples into it. So what I'm going to do is pour it slowly. Actually, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a little bit at a time and fold it in. Because you don't want to over stir it. So I'm just going to do it just like that and kind of fold it. That's more like it. You don't want to over mix it. That should be good. And then I'll take it out and do the rest with myself. Guys, it tastes really good. So it's folded in nicely. Not, you know, I haven't ever had to use a full 20-ounce can of pineapples for my cake, so I'm really delighted to see how this turns out. My hope is that it doesn't come out, you know, too wet, because I'm following the recipe all the way, each step by step. I hope you enjoyed this little bit. I just want to remind you, please do like the video if you haven't already. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Also, I have a page called How Did Mom Cook It on Facebook. A lot of times what I do is sometimes I post on How Did Mom Cook It and I don't put it on YouTube. But most of what I put on YouTube, I try to also put on How Did Mom Cook It. I also have a new channel. It's called Copycat YouTube Recipes. Because sometimes I find recipes on there that are very good, and I want to share with you guys that I'm trying something that another YouTuber shared. What I'm going to do here is take the spatula and get the rest out as he goes. But I'm just glad I found it. I just wanted to describe to you guys or tell you what I saw, what made a difference to me within the two videos. And I hope you like that. And I'll be doing that again. So if you look for the channel, it's called Copycat YouTube Recipes. That's me. I'm going to add this on this YouTube channel. Sure enough, going to keep it real with you, but I'm also going to put it on that one if that's permissible. This is my first time trying to duplicate a recipe, you know, video onto both of my channels. But most of the times, whenever I copy a recipe from YouTube, I'm going to put it on Copycat Recipes and then explain, did it taste good? Was it exactly like they said? And then go from there. So I'm going to put this in the oven. So I'm going to try to decorate it a little bit. But let's see if I can get it out without it messing up. Okay, guys, this is always the tough part. Is putting it on the pan and getting it out and hoping for the best. Okay, still left some in the pan, but just a little. Let's taste it. It's a beautiful cake. I want it to be on this neatly. Okay. Now I'm going to make the glaze and put the cake to the side. It looks beautiful. Now I could stir the cream cheese up by itself, but guys, This will be fine. Putting it like that and adding, I think I'm starting with a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of the pineapple glaze. I mean the pineapple juice. This is juice from the pineapple can. And I may just add some milk too. But it's breaking up. Recipe, I added 4 tablespoons. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna beat this a little bit more and I'll be right back. I had a thought. So I put it on the parchment paper so I can make, you know, drizzle on it and let it get dry, and hopefully I can put it back on the, on this. My daughter loves red, so I decided to just dye this red. Or should I pour it on, drizzle it on, let that cool, and then drizzle the red on top? What do you guys think? So that's what I'll do. I'll drizzle this on, and then when I put the top part on, I'll dye that part red and see. Let's see. I really want this to be pretty, and I hope my daughter is happy with it. Like, do it like this, right? Make it nice and neat. As pretty as I can. And I love that the cake wasn't too wet. I'm gonna do it like this, right? A little bit more thicker here. I've never made a pineapple pound cake, but I made it in a bundt pan before. You know, and I made the upside down cake. I guess you can make any kind of pound cake you want, huh? Okay, so I think that looks cute. And then I'm going to just put a couple of drops of the red in. Oh, that might have been too much. That looks pink. I want it to be red. Three, four. Okay. I apologize if this video is longer than I wanted it to be. I really want you guys to see my creation. And I hope it comes out right. Keep your fingers crossed with me. Okay, it's still more pink than red. Let's see, can I get it red? Pause for a moment. Now that's red, if I should say so myself. What do you guys think? It actually looks orange. On the camera, it looks like it's orange, but trust me, guys, it's a little red. So I want this to be a little bit more. You kind of get what I'm saying? That's coming out a little bit more pretty than better. Thank you, Lord, for ideas. I think I should add a little bit more on this side. Come on. Hey guys, when I tell you the mess I made trying to get this cake, I wanted to make sure I didn't have all the drips around, which was really still very pretty. I put parchment paper under the bottom, which I should have angled it only on the edges, but I put the whole cake on parchment paper, and you saw it yourself. Well, trying to get that from off of it didn't work right, so I ended up transferring it on 3 of these, which made the bottom kind of crumbly right here. It's still very beautiful, but the cake tastes delicious. Thanks for watching. If you have a comment, please leave it below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. You gotta turn it around. It should press play. Make sure it's up there. You can say time.
And he's sleeping.
It is.
No, he's not sleeping. Oh, okay. He's trying. He's so good. He's not even like, he's the best baby ever.
Oh yeah, he's super relaxed.
Okay, yes. Cut 2 pieces. You're very lucky.
Oh, thank you.
I've had fryers.
Really?
I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 pieces off of there.
Yeah, I heard it's rare.
I'm recording. You're in the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at that right here. That's that cake, guys. Made with cake flour. It's the only reason why I don't like cake flour is because it crumbles like that. She's gonna tell us what she think of Mr. Cake. Good is not enough. I need a real review. What do you taste? Is it soft? Is it moist? Is it
moist.
Crumbly? Can you tell that it's not made with all-purpose flour?
No, you can't tell.
Do you taste pineapple?
I do. And the icing's really good too.
So out of a scale of 1 to exactly like 10, what do you give it?
11.
Ooh. You heard it right there from the person whose birthday it is and is tasting the cake. That's a good review. We're gonna give it a try too. Let me just get my little fork and let's see what we think about it. I'm gonna taste this part. And it smells wonderful.
Oh yeah, very good.
That is very good, guys. I have to say, thumbs up. And the pineapple, that's the bomb flavor. As a matter of fact, you can go back to the early 1900s on that slavery days. Except it wasn't made with cake flour. It was made with all-purpose. It's so good. It's rich and delicious. Thanks for watching.
Excellent.